Hello everyone, it's Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi, and as always, I have the ladies with me. YK in the building.
Yo,
how you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Are we seeing you this week?
Yes, Tuesday.
Oh yes, Tuesday.
I was... Nima will kill me. I was speaking to Nima yesterday. And she was kind of reporting herself,
Right.
saying, you know, she went to see her husband was staying in a hotel from his office. And she went to see him, and she carried her assistant along, and she can't understand her husband was upset. Why did she carry her assistant? I say,
How can you go and see?
are you all right?
I don't understand. Primary.
Are you all right?
These guys.
First of all, that assistant, her head is not correct. She should have gotten down. I'm going to see your husband and carry transport. Yeah?
You're going to the office. You're going to the office to see your husband.
No.
Going to the hotel.
Yes.
Oh.
The husband was the officer, because he stays so far away, they put him up for 2 weeks near the office. So maybe they had some work.
Oh, Nima is going to kill you.
So for me, here is the thing. It's about
Boundaries?
not just boundaries. It's about the fact that we must understand that men have expectations.
Yes, now.
You know, they have expectations.
Do you know that?
So look, let me to Ashiri. My husband was like, go and sleep. I was telling him, Mariam, I said, my husband was saying, go and sleep like around 4 o'clock. You look tired. Go and sleep. He'll tell me on the phone. Have you slept? And like they say, you have not slept, you have not slept. When they came back 9 o'clock, he said, you look like you have not slept. Now it's like, I cannot do anything. Like nothing can happen. I'll look like a wicked person. I was begging you to go and sleep.
So what's an objective?
Exactly. So I wanted to, my own, I was going to say to you young ladies that, where is the romance?
Romance, I say, everybody is just
Your men need that
everywhere.
romance. They need that.
I'm getting ready for you.
Yes. Yes.
This is going to help us, I beg.
They keep asking me, have you had your nap? I don't call you around 2 to 4 because I know that you like. Have you taken that nap? Are you okay now? So that's something will happen.
If I fall asleep, my partner doesn't play with me. He hates it if I fall asleep. What's wrong with you? Why are you asleep?
So let's say for all the married people out there, that's today's banter.
I'll just be talking.
How you doing, Toko?
I'm good. You see, I'm just grateful to God. Had an interesting time teaching my community of realtors. We call them Reba. Yesterday, and I was so energetic. And I told them, I'm like, you must chant yourself. You must hype yourself. You must get in that zone because you want to have a successful day. You tell yourself over and over again, today is successful, today is successful. You repeat it so much that you start feeling successful about the day and that they must prepare themselves. And I'm just sharing that with every one of you that pump yourself with positivity. There's so much negativity. In the next few minutes, we'll start reading all the things going wrong in Nigeria. The day we finish, just tell them and say, for me, today is successful.
Yeah, so true. I'm doing amazing. Yesterday, I was at the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And we're talking, I know the Catalyst has a tribe in the clubhouse, and we're talking about, are you sexually satisfied? And I was one of the panelists.
You didn't tell us now, I've joined the...
I saw the notification.
I posted it, and there was a notification. It was quite enlightening to hear that a lot of people have fantasies that they cannot share with their partner. It was mind-blowing. Like,
What's the
you will
morning
hear
on Your View?
fantasy. They will
write this thing on your...
It's fantasy is an English word now. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
Fantasy.
It's an English word.
Yeah.
We'll
get the meaning.
Alice in Wonderland is a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is
Yeah, it's a fantasy. Fictions are fantasy. Yeah.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about this morning.
Just that it's the other room. Fantastic.
Nice.
I did not
must you spell it?
Mariah,
How
how are
you
you
doing?
doing?
It's Thursday. You guys already feel the
We have changed the mood.
The mood to...
It's love.
Okay.
Count
It's Thursday
down.
mood now.
It's count down to love. If you are looking for how to spice things
let
up.
me just spice it up by
Yes.
Valentine Boat Cruise.
Yes.
Yes. Join
So
us.
this Valentine, the ladies of Your View will be having a Valentine Love Boat Cruise titled An Evening with the Ladies of Your View. Please, BC is ready to take you guys on this love conversation. Because you're a coach, you're a champion, this is your area. So me, I just introduce and I just sit
She
back.
went to school yesterday.
We say,
Yes,
Oh
so
my
he
So,
was lecturing in this
there's a
school.
lot of,
actually
and
now-
also, but interestingly, people have actually reached out to me.
Okay.
They also, like older people, they would like to come, which is fine. We like to learn
Yeah,
from them.
of course.
People who, who have been in this business for a long time, come and share your experiences with us. It would be great to just have good, clean conversation. Clean
How you are
conversation.
keeping the fire burning.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
married
yeah.
after 10
So
years, 20 years,
you can
30
call
years.
08138590726. There'll be lots of gifts to be won. We've got one night reservation plus a couple dinner in 5-star hotel. And we've got lots of gifts. So a 5-star hotel, I think that should be something every couple is looking forward to.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you this Saturday. And we cannot wait to host you and have fun with our fans. Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
There's a freaking...
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
All right, we're going to start with the Punch. Adulterated fuel. Marketers fear court cases. FG hints at compensation for damaged vehicles. Police suspect robbery. Gunmen in military uniform kill. Ogun businessman flee with car and money. 5.2 billion naira fraud. JAM ex-registrar operated 8 phony firms, says aide. We're investigating the video of the lecturer shaving students' hair in the classroom, says Varsity. Zamfara Assembly begins process to impeach Matawale's deputy. Audit query. Reps summon ITF boss over 4-year unapproved spending. Foreign treatment. Reps propose 7-year imprisonment, 500 million naira fine for officials. ACF tackles Akeredolu on Southern presidency, says constitution must prevail. Okay, lots of stories. Which story are we starting? Human interest? Who has that?
The gunman, sorry, who killed the business. He was he just opened his filling station on Thursday, like 4 days before the event, before the catastrophe, I would call it. They came there, they seized his car, and they put him in the car. He tried to escape, they beat him seriously. Anyway, he got out of the car and they shot him in between the ears, and he died. He died before he got to the hospital. The wife heard the next day. His manager and one other person, before
I think
they...
it's security aid.
The security aid, they went, before they got, people got to the station, they had taken the keys, opened the safe, and carted away all the money.
Wow.
And so they are on the loose. Police are saying it's just a case of robbery, armed robbery, that they're looking for the assailants. I think it was really, really sad. Young guy, he's doing well for himself, just opened his filling station.
Oh, really, really sad. I saw the video too. Very, very heartbreaking.
Oh, you saw the video?
There was a video. There was a video about
Really?
it. Yeah, it was. I saw those guys attacking him, but we didn't see them kill, but he was being attacked. I saw the video on social media. Any other story?
Yeah, so a federal high court in Abuja on Wednesday was informed how a former registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, Professor Dibu Ojerinde, allegedly floated 8 companies, purchased 3 buildings and bank shares through his cronies while holding public office. So the companies, 2 duplexes and a bungalow, and bank shares were acquired by his by him, that's Mr. Ojerinde. Then the witness who testified is Peter Oyewole, who was working with him at the time as his legal advisor, and he had to, witness against him for the ICPC over the 5.2 billion corruption charges. So he claimed that he incorporated 8 companies and purchased 3 houses for Mr. Ojerinde, and they had the instructions via written and oral, agreements that they had. And he mentioned the names of the companies: Okeafi Boys and Girls Hostel Limited, Sapati International School, Doyin Ogbohi Petroleum Limited, Change Marbles Limited, Standout Institute Limited, Trillion Learning Center Limited, Grace Petroleum Limited, and Ifelodun Communications Limited. And he said also that he never met any of the cronies, but he was just using their names to register most of these companies, and also was giving a lot of money to buy shares. But the man in question was saying that he's not guilty, that it was like a setup, that this legal advisor was used to set him up.
Right.
But the case has been adjourned to, I think, in March or so. We hope
All right.
more
I was
things
going to
will come
take
out.
the story concerning the rep, the lawmaker. He's been on our show a few times. Sergio Zogun, representing PDP Edo. He proposed a bill for an act to amend the National Health Act of 2014 so as to make provisions for sanctions against any public officer who violates the provisions of the act, especially Section 46, which is about medical trips. So according to the bill, without any prejudice to rights of any Nigerians to seek medical checkups abroad or investigation or treatment, no public officer of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or any part of it thereof shall be sponsored for medical checkup, investigation, or treatment abroad at public expense, except in exceptional cases. So this bill narrowly, people said, narrowly gets to enter second reading. And now, so one of the other, do you know what you're saying? You know, one of the
The
lawmakers.
law is already against it, so now
Yes,
it's just
so
going to penalize.
yes, to
if
put
you
sanction.
disobey.
Yes.
Yes.
There was no sanction against.
Yeah, there was no sanction.
Yes.
He's asking for 500 million
Millionaire sanction.
sanction and there's or 7 years or
Exactly.
Jail term.
That's
But
amazing.
there was a drama. I don't know, maybe it wasn't in
Yes.
the paper you read. There was a drama when he brought up the bill. The second man, let me get you his name. The
Deputy
second
Speaker?
Man, no, not the deputy speaker. Don't worry, I will get you his name later. Raised up his hand and seconded. And then almost immediately put down his hand. Say,
Oh.
no, I don't second again. Then the deputy speaker says, no, you can't. There is no law that says you can remove your hand once you have.
Wow. Oh my God. It was having hilarious in the House of Assembly.
So, then some were looking at him and saying,
What are you saying?
Do you know what you're
But
saying?
that would empower us. If they can travel, just pay us 500 million.
No.
So at least it will fund our health sector. That's the.
But there is a clause that says the minister, the governor,
Public officer, yeah.
you know, they can actually
Travel.
or sign for you to travel. So
and medical expenses.
for medical expenses. So really, it's just
There's nothing now. So what are we fighting for?
Okay.
The aviation story. The aviation operators groan as the price of Jet A1 has moved from 190 to 400 in 1 year. And the fear is it might get to 500 naira. So currently, the price of the Jet A1, which is the fuel that airlines use when they're to fuel planes, is going for 400 naira per liter. And the CEO of United Nigeria Airlines, High Chief Obiora Okonkwo, said that this is a challenge. If we don't want the aviation industry to crash, we should accommodate increase in airline prices. I've been flying locally a lot now, and it's not cheap. So I'm now worried that if it increases, it might actually end up crashing, but we need to find the right balance for this. Right now, they are threatening that the price might get to 500 because of the exchange rate and the cost of crude going up.
Okay, moving on quickly to the nation.
The member was Ibrahim Isiaka,
Okay.
APC Ogun.
Okay. The nation, Sylvia, government will unravel how toxic petrol was imported. Africa Development Bank laments drop of Africa's GDP by $165 billion in 2020. Minister accuses ASU of blackmail. Tinubu Akeredolu greet Fayemi at 57. Oyo government and the Ibadan distribution center clash over 850 million debts. That's the discos, actually, the discos. Ibadan discos. 286 Americans, Europeans, others acquire Nigerian citizenship. Operators groan over rise on aviation fuel by 110%. Okay.
ASU has said that they were going to go on strike. But the minister, Ngige, is saying that they are just trying to whip up sentiments, that they have actually been paying attention to all the agreements of the MOU since 2020. And according to the minister, he said that the government had released 70 billion in 2021 for both revitalization of public universities, which is 30 billion, and earned academic allowances, which was 40 billion, to demonstrate commitment to the MOU implementation. He said that they have collected their earned allowances for 2021, and it was in the mainstream budget of 2021, and they got it. He said they paid 22.72 billion, which was mainstreamed in 2021 budget, and they have collected the one of 2020, where they got the 40 billion and shared it between them and the unions. They got it in January 2021. He said that when they called off their strike in December 2020, the release of funds were one of the agreements that they had, and they were paid 40 billion and another 30 billion for revitalization of public universities during the first quarter of 2021, bringing the total to 70 billion. So now, if they say they have not gotten the money, that he doesn't understand what is happening, that there were parameters that, changes every year, and now they are working on adding a supplementary budget, and that parameter is also going to change for this year. So they should not come out blackmailing the federal government, that the federal government has been following through with the implementation. So I don't know who is saying what now.
All right, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News, watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform.
Thanks for staying with us. Moving on quickly now to Daily Sun. Fuel queues persist in Lagos, Abuja as FG probes importation of bad fuel. Reps demand emergency rule on the ritual killings. Airfares may rise, as we talked about earlier. Bauchi governors allege hovering of unidentified helicopter over Lim Bura Reserve. NDLA boss 6 drug tests in universities and others. 13 ex-governors, 3 former Senate presidents, others meet on State of the Nation. And sit at home, soldiers kill IPOB commander and 3 others. Let me start with the major headline because I was going to take that in Nation. So the Minister of State of Petroleum, that's Minister Timipre Silva, said yesterday that there'll be a major investigation to what really happened and come to the bottom of what happened concerning the contamination that we experienced in the field. According to him, we don't know where the contamination came from. It could have come from the international providers, the providers of the refined crude. So according to him, there are two companies, Duke Oil and Litasco, and they're the ones that brought the off-spec. And off-spec means that the petrol that doesn't meet the standard. So they're trying to, according to them, the Nigeria Midstream and the Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, that's NMDPRA, are supposed to inspect at the point it lands in Nigeria before then distributing to other vessels. So we don't know at what point. Is it what came in or is it what was then shipped over to other vendors? So the investigation has started, but he has also hinted that those who have had issues with their vehicles may be compensated. He didn't say that categorically, but he suggested that they are aware that many vehicles were damaged as a result of this petrol, and they would definitely look into it. So
where do we apply to if peradventure your vehicle
He has not said this, that it wasn't a categorical state. So they are just...
So the agency responsible for checking the petrol that comes in did not do its job?
Well, they probably did. That's what we need to investigate where the contamination came from.
They did not do
If they did their job. So it's possible that they did their job and from then and it passed. So contamination probably happened after it left them. So that's why there is an investigation to let us know where did the contamination come from.
My own is that they shouldn't do the way we do in Nigeria,
Committees.
where committee
Of
investigation,
finish,
they
and
will
then
not
we say
hear.
anything again.
And,
Okay.
I mean, no, listen.
I hear you.
Boko
I
Haram,
agree with you.
they said, they know the people. They will name him. We are still waiting
today.
for the names. This one, they will name the people. We are still waiting. This one, let them name it quickly.
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about committee. From the day we started interviewing vice chancellors, we've had quite a few recently, and all of them always refer to a committee to set up. And I realized that the foundation of all the committees we set up in government is from this university. So I'm tired of, I'm not even going to worry about committees again. I know it's coming from the universities. That's where they always get committees.
Yes,
A bunch of
committee.
people not ready to do anything.
a bunch of people who come together
to agree
no,
that
they cannot do anything, but agree amongst themselves that we cannot do anything.
So the House of Representatives yesterday are calling on the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba Aikali, to step up intelligence with a view to arrest and prosecute ritual killers across the country. They are also saying that the federal government should declare a national emergency on ritual killings, and urging the National Orientation Agency, parents, heads of schools, religious leaders, and the media to undertake a campaign against this menace that we have. They also talked about the fact that most of our films are sort of projecting this sort of menace, and they are talking to the National Film and Video Censors Board to rise up to its challenges and ensure that they vet all of these movies so that we don't have movies that are teaching young people that making money it has to be through rituals. It said all over the world, people are getting into technology, people are getting into artificial intelligence, and the youths of Nigeria are busy looking for ritual ways to make money. It seems like we are going backwards. So they are holding the entertainment industry very responsible for what is happening, and they are asking that the
as much as I agree
religious leaders
I agree.
everyone
as much as I agree to a little percentage that yes, Nollywood could have contributed to the narrative. I think, remember this boy said that it was social media, Facebook, that taught them how to. So they should go and meet Mark Zuckerberg too, because it's easy for you to come and point figure at Nollywood, but they should talk to international platforms like the social media.
I think it is totally unfair to blame only Nollywood.
Yes.
The decadence in our society, is it Nollywood you are going to blame? Eh?
They contribute. Like if they contribute, they contribute. Yes.
But when you put the blame, because everybody, I'm tired of everybody pointing fingers at Nollywood. It's Nollywood, it's Nollywood. It's not Nollywood alone. The decadence in our society, with the people that we are emulating.
The politicians, everybody.
I told you about Okadibo when in 2000, was it Nollywood then? When he went to the Senate and he carried that hostel, and he was doing his kidney like this. I mean, I was watching it, I was rolling on the floor. But they have done to do for him in the Senate's house. He was Senate leader then. It was standing with his room and doing all kinds of rituals. In the Senate Assembly.
Yes, quick story. The Bauchi Governor Bala Muhammad has spoken out consistently that they've noticed a strange helicopter hovering around the state, and that they try to find out who owns the helicopter. No information. He has reported it to the the air officer commanding special operation command of the Air Force in Bauchi, Air Vice Marshal Tajuddin Yusuf, and that he has informed that this is happening. He also mentioned that there's a particular place, Toro Council, that is an epicenter of insecurity, and has defiled all efforts to check. So when governors are crying out to the military and to people to help, I think that we've been hearing that they've been bringing things, drones. So if something is flying and we have an anti-air that can shoot down what is flying that is not legally supposed to be within your airspace, because we're supposed to have control of our airspace. Exactly. Because they can do surveillance and know where things are happening.
Your airspace, your water space.
You need to. This area should be.
Your land space. They don't have control of anything. Then they will blame Nollywood.
Okay, Vanguard.
All the time, so we may not be.
Bad fuel scarcity worsens cost storage delay removal. Medical tourism drama as reps new bill prescribes 7-year jail term and 500 million naira for public officers. FG grants citizenship to 286 foreign nationals. Governors, politicians have hijacked NNPC's 21 billion naira road rehab fund. PTF raises alarm. Lagos prone to climate change impact in Nigeria, says Tunji Bello. And declare emergency on ritual killings, reps urge federal government. All right, so let me start with the Lagos is most prone to climate change. This was said yesterday. The Ministry of Environment and Water Resources had conducted a research alongside the United Nations Development Programme, and they observed that 6,983 buildings are susceptible to the threat of flooding across Lagos State. This was said during an event at LASU yesterday. And Lagos said Lagos is definitely not spared in the impacts of climate change. And there's no doubt that Lagos, with the smallest landmass in Nigeria, is a commercial nerve center, and it's home to about 75% of businesses, with 25 million people, majority of whom are poor and living on the fringes of society. A large percentage of the population of Lagos is also extremely poor, thereby lacking the required strategies. So they're saying that we cannot lose sight of the fact that Lagos is quite prone to a lot of flood issues, and therefore these buildings that are susceptible to these impacts of flood, we must begin to see what we do strategically to avoid loss of lives going forward when floods happen. But Lagos is the smallest landmass in the country, and has 75% of all the businesses. Okay.
So the Federal Executive Council, FEC, yesterday approved the granting of citizenship to 286 foreign nationals residing in the country. According to the Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, disclosed this and was saying that they got about 600 applications, and they were only able to give 280. Said they received these applications from foreign nationals who have been in Nigeria, who are residing in Nigeria, and they are desirous to be Nigerians. Said they are from different parts of the world, America, North and South Australia, Europeans, Arabs, Asians, and all over. And so they are going to be giving them two types. So one is through naturalization, and the other one is through registration. The ones that are for registration are women who are considered to be Niger wives. So they are married to Nigerians. Those ones can go in and out without having to get special visas to, go outside the country. But there are others who are probably living here, working here, who are going to be going through the naturalization process. So 280 people are giving the naturalization, 70 registration. So
okay, we have to run. I think we're run out of time. But there was a story from Oyo State that would like you wanted to take for your run of your Tribune. Oyo government seals that Ibadan electricity disco office is over 400 million naira tax debt. So which story? We'll talk with.
Yeah. So
Go on.
Oyo State, the IBDC, that's the power holding, the disco that covers Ibadan, disconnected the Oyo State Secretariat 2 weeks ago because they were owing money. Then they were owing 450 million to the IBDC. Now the Oyo State government now have come to say that the IBDC is also owing tax amounting to 400 million naira.
So to give for.
Exactly, and they've now sealed the office. You disconnected us from power. We have sealed your office from operations. So it seems like the blackout in Ibadan is going to continue until they resolve the issue.
They said they have been owing them for 3 years. They've been owing the NEPA people for 3 years. I don't know how long.
Yes. The tax too is about 3 years. They mentioned that the harmonization office consolidated all the bills that are tax bills, infrastructure bills, tax audit, signage bill, tuned to 400 million. But this was after the IBDC disconnected the secretariat for not paying their own bills.
Okay, that's all we can take on the front page review. When we come back into Thursday, lots of things to talk about. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge.
Now available in 30 grams and 450 grams.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup check. Are the scripts on the prompter? Script check. Are we set in the VCR? All tape in place? VCR check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you gonna say it?
Ọkọ̀ tí wàá sọ yìí.
Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
Bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
Àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ píjẹ́ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọ ọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ ọmọ tó mọ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Doesn't occur, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Come closer. A little bit more. I have asked for it in your breakfast show. We're gonna have in review and more topics. The ladies of your staring up our guests in topics and have the opportunity and raw. It's on your AM to 11 AM for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. For a couple.
For reservations and ticket bookings, please call 0813-859-0726.
We can't wait to have you. See you there. Thanks for staying with us. So Valentine's is just around the corner. And ahead of our plans for Valentine's, we're asking today, what's your recipe for love? What are those things you put together that make everything blossom? At home, in the country, in our families, everywhere. What exactly should be the recipe for love? And that's our focus today. We'd like you to join the conversation. It's our Thursday gisting topic. And we'd like you to call us on 081-290, and the other numbers will be right on your screen. Let me find the numbers. It's 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also send us messages on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be happy to read your messages. Okay, so YK, what's the recipe? Let's start with you. You know, you are the one. Yeah, because you know, you've gone ahead of us in this industry. You're now floating.
Switch conversation. You can't meet other people. When it is for recipes,
okay, we have the recipe.
Give it us one recipe.
That was the recipe. That was my own recipe. Was be more romantic with your spouses because men expect romance. You know, we women, we just like we want to be receiving gifts, we want this, we want that, but we don't know the recipe to give the So that those things we materialize.
Let me tell you where I have a problem with that. We always have an assumption, and I think we generalize and assume that all men want these things. So because he calls you to a hotel, automatically in your mind, you're thinking he wants some private time. It might not be.
So why was he getting upset when
he didn't call her? No, we're not talking about. Let's not make her the issue. Let's just talk generally. Let's talk generally. That a man calls you to a hotel doesn't mean that.
She volunteered herself
to go.
I'm coming to Greece.
So you as a woman, you go yourself. And then one clown follows you. Okay, so of course that makes sense. But the clown should know that you go home.
The clown should not know. You
so
should
for
tell
me,
the clown
recipe
to
for
stop.
love here would be romance. At least YK gave us that one from Banter, that the one recipe for love at least is for us to be more romantic as women, right, YK?
Yes.
When you don't have a romantic husband, won't you back him? Your husband is not romantic.
YK, when you say, when you say
recipe,
not romantic, I mean receiving. What we are discussing is giving.
Oh, okay.
And mostly women, their recipe is always buy me gold chain, buy me phone, buy me this.
Take me to eat in a very, very cool restaurant.
Hey, go and eat in Chinese or somewhere. Don't carry me to one booker. Let's get down and dirty and eat.
Okay, man, come on. It's Valentine's, man.
What are you talking about?
It's not down and dirty. Anyway,
man. That can be your husband's recipe. We see you with the okele. See this
Ew, that looks horrible. Like,
different recipes for different people.
If I say this thing,
don't say it.
Kill me.
Let me
Let me
share my own recipe for love. I think that for me, a recipe for love will be communication. And I think that it is like the bedrock of all relationships to work. It's a recipe that is essential. It's like the salt of your food, which will make tastes in whatever you're making. I also think that there's importance of physical touch. I'm not saying other room. I'm saying like I touch you. That's warm touch.
I hug you.
Yes, I hug you. It is not sexual. It is not a prelude or precursor. Because, my dear husbands in this world, every touch is not a precursor. Every touch is not a prelude.
To the action.
It is not a foretaste. Sometimes it's just touch for touch.
It's not an invite.
Yes. So recipe. That's why I did the announcement. That communication is a good recipe in love. It helps love to grow. And physical touch that might not necessarily be sexual, just in terms of showing affection, is an important recipe.
Let me come to the communication, and I'll share my story. And the reason I'm sharing is because I know that I'll get in trouble for it later, but it's okay. One of the when you say communication, you also have to know the kind of communication. Because there was time in my early marriage, my husband was he's a core Yoruba man, so for him, talking to in a Yoruba, I didn't find that was for me a turn off. Like, I wasn't even feeling, speaking Yoruba to me in a sensual way was not, nothing well. So in his own mind, he's thinking he's doing it, and I'm thinking, I'm done cool. So it took a few years. I was like, can you speak English to me? This thing you're saying it in English. You say it in English, it gets to the right place. Saying it just
didn't work.
So know the kind of communication you communicate to your wife and the type of communication.
Your preferred language, which is important, because if you don't tell him, he will not know. So the communication part is actually a really important recipe.
So Jesus is like, I want fine gum, my language, and you're thinking,
what are you saying?
I
had a guy in the NYSC camp.
Yes.
Igbo, cool guy like that. Anytime he comes, he'll just sit down and say, hey, it was machine. What are you saying? Hey, tokata from morning to night. He'll just be using, the language was interesting.
And it was getting to you.
No, it wasn't getting to me. I'm like, what? Can you just speak English? I don't get it, so I understand how they feel. So I never took it serious. I was just laughing.
I think that
but why can't found that endearing?
I think it's
sometimes they turn up. I
will spend my money and spoil you.
You see, but the truth is that those things they're actually romantic. But I think the problem we have is that, unfortunately for many of us, the romance that we know is the meals and booze in English. The dinner tables we see, the well-lit dinner is in English. So you can call it colonial mentality, but that's what was exposed to us.
That's what we know.
Yeah,
that's what we know.
That's what
love language can be carry me. The man's love language can carry me to the buka with heavy okele.
No,
so
I don't mind actually.
That's fine.
But that's
that is
me.
fine. That's fine. But some people are different. So
Mm.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just want to be clarified. I'm not saying it's bad. It's different. So know the love language your wife or spouse understands. Yes, please.
So, my recipe for love is words of affirmation and mutual respect. So you have to respect me as much as I respect you. You have to, when I do something you like, you have to praise me. Tell me you did it well. Oh God, oh, it just makes me want to do more for you. And also, I don't hide. I'm not stingy with my praises. If you look good, I'll tell you you look good. If you're beautiful, I'll tell you you're beautiful. If you did well, I'll tell you you did well. So when I tell you, I'm not doing it just to please you. I don't send you. I'm doing it because it's from my heart and you should receive it. That's my recipe. Now, I also want to take a cue from my children. They just come and like, Mommy, hug me.
Aww.
All of them, 3 of them, even my big daughter with her big waist, Mommy, hug me. I'm like, why am I hugging you? I just want to hug you. Aww. Then the little girl will just come by and say, Mommy, I love you. Aww. You're my best mommy. I say, how many mommies do you have? I say, you're my favorite mommy. How many mommies do you have? You're my only mommy. I say, okay, better. And I just love the way it's natural to them. I wasn't raised that way. I'm just learning how to hug. So when the hug is getting too much, okay, I'm getting uncomfortable. Can you excuse me now and go to your room? But we should try as much as possible to give love, the recipe of love in people's own language, not just because this is how I like it and it must be done to me. That we learn from your partner how they want to be loved and love them in that way. Then August's recipe for love is, like you said, unkwobi, ugba. If he gets home and I've just displayed ugba for him on the table and
you love me.
What do you want? So it's not necessarily going to the restaurant and all. He just wants this locally made dishes. Just make it for him and you have him. So
the husband's recipe, we just, when you come here, just come to the room. Close the door. Lock the door. Don't let any child come in. And let's just be here. Let's just, that is it. He loves to gist. Number one, gist. So everybody would have different recipes for love. And we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'd like to hear your recipe for love this Valentine's season. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be...
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you're gonna say it?
ọkọ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
torí kí ni.
àkọ́yẹ́ kó mọ̀ bí jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọ mọ̀ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́tò mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Hey, what's a Valentine boat cruise without our fans? You can join the fun on this Love Boat Cruise by buying your tickets. It's $100,000 for a couple.
For reservations and ticket bookings, please call 0813-859-0726.
We can't wait to have you. See you there. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing Recipe for Love, and we have a few messages. YK, you want to take one?
Yes, I have. Gosh, I didn't. Okay, I want to take this one. Akota Fred Cabaret says, my recipe for love is listening to the ladies of Your View speak every day.
Thank you.
Moshood Olaya says, recipe for love is love. If you truly love, you'll be loved back. One who loves without hesitation will never, ever regret whatever happens. No love without pain, but that pain is a consolation. People's Club says, recipe for love is mutual respect. Idera says, one recipe for love is being true to your significant other at all times, because the most beautiful gift we can give to ourselves is the truth. Idera K says, truth may be bitter, but it's the emblem of love, okay? Then
Abdurrazak says, Abdurrashid Lawal says, recipe is MKO, money, kudi, ego, the others follow.
All right, let me take Joke from Olowora. Good morning, Joke. Hello, Joke, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm so happy to reach you guys this morning. In fact, I'm so nervous reaching for the first time.
It's okay.
Okay, so my recipe for love is professing. I love it when you profess your love to me. That's what I've always been telling my husband, because I'll go out of my way to make you happy, do all sorts of things, just like BC rightly said. But Oga doesn't know how to communicate, like expressing. It is a very great man. He's a nice man. He goes out of his way to make me happy, but professing it is not always easy for him. But I understand that. So I'm still communicating. I want him to profess the love to me.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, make sure he brings you on the cruise on Saturday.
Exactly.
You know, talking about saying it, because I remember recently, my husband dressed up and he was looking at it, so checking himself out. And I didn't say anything, I just looked at that. Well, am I not looking good? I just looked at them like,
Why?
Okay,
Why did you say?
I said, okay, he has confidence. You are looking good because that thing he's wearing. That thing he's wearing, he has worn it about several times. So he looked exactly the same way, and you look good the same way. I told you you look good.
Every day is a
Maybe
new
you've
beginning,
never told
Mariah.
him. Because, okay, like my partner, I always quarrel with him. When I dress up and I look at myself in the mirror, and I look at him, I go to, he'll just, at least tell me I look nice now. So you look nice every day now?
Yes,
I said, no, exactly. I don't want to hear it from Alice or anybody in there. I want it from you. Tell me I look good. And I will feel nice. Yes, but he will never hear. He will never.
Okay, let me take Alaji's call. Then we'll come to how we enjoyed Valentine. What was the recipe for when we're single? Yeah. Alaji, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. You're live, sir.
Okay. How are you?
Very well.
Okay. I'm seeing Waike, I'm seeing other people. Okay, my recipe for love is communication, strictly communication.
Okay.
I have been married now I'm into courtship for like 8 years.
Okay.
Then I've married now for like 19 years.
Wow.
19 years. My recipe for love is strictly communication. Communication and touching. How are you? Then I'll touch her here and there. Then what I did is that worked for me. No matter the issue, the problem that I'm having in my marriage, I will never involve third party. I would never involve third party. But we do quarrel, we argue. Yeah, but before we sleep, we make it up.
All right.
Like
are you bringing your wife to our
my
cruise
recipe
on
for
Saturday?
love. Since that time, not that sometimes one or two side chicks, I can't lie about it.
Oh, really?
But the love, the kind of love I have for my wife is 101%.
Okay, so Alaji, thank you. Wait, just wait right there. Don't go anywhere. We like this kind of conversation. So at the time when the side chicks were in the picture, could you give us an idea? Why did you look at a side chick? Even though, yes, you still loved out your first wife, why did you go out to go and find side chick? What was wrong?
No, naturally, any man that tell you, any man, it's very difficult for any man to tell you, any man that tells that he did not have side chick, that man is telling lie.
Hey!
I'm telling you.
Hey! Alaji, you are checking tables.
No matter what happens, I will not allow that side chick to distract the kind of love I have for my family.
Alaji, please let me ask you. Alaji, please let me ask you.
We have to be very frank.
Alaji, wait. BC has a question. Alaji, wait.
Alaji, wait. Would it still be okay?
YK,
Can you hear me, sir?
That is it.
Can you hear me, sir?
I'm hearing, I'm listening.
Okay, so would it be okay if your wife, too, has a side boo?
No. African man, sincerely speaking, no any man will take that.
Oh.
It's very difficult. I have to be very frank with you. It's very difficult.
Wow. But you expect her to take your own.
You will forgive now.
You say what?
But you expect her to take your own and understand you are a man.
Like the word that will be like most of the Nigerian men generally. Nigerian men generally. like that. Not that, despite that. Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, like generally, Nigerian men, we have to be very frank.
Okay, thank you very much, Alaji. It was a pleasure hearing you. Wait, Alaji, wait.
Are you bringing
Wyke wants to hear, say something.
Are you bringing your wife on our boat cruise on Saturday?
Why not? Why not? Why not? We have even made an arrangement for that. What I normally every year like this, that's strict. It's not that, but this Valentine's, I don't normally, every year, I don't normally do it with any other person, but she's strictly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you on Saturday, sir.
We look forward to seeing you all.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about singleness. When we're single, how do we do Valentine? Did we go on a boat cruise? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Thanks for staying with us. So before the break, we said that we're going to talk about singles, because usually during this period, a lot of single men are looking, sometimes they break up so that they are free of this period. And the girls, are always hopeful sometimes at this period. But we're talking about singleness. What's our recipe for love as a single woman or a single man? What are those things we look out for? And what are those things we should do during this Valentine's season? We're talking about experiences. And let me start with when you were single, what was important to you and what were you doing during Valentine period?
Say the truth.
The truth is, I was never really single.
Really?
Yeah. I was, since I got old enough to go into a relationship at like 18, I think from 18, I was always in a relationship till I got married.
Wow.
Yeah. So the only time I was single was about 6 months, and I went for one revival on CAC, and I remember, and I felt very, very
holy.
So I broke up, and I was like, I'm dedicated to God. I did not do any relationship. I was just
6 months.
About 6 months before.
You tried.
So I really, and I would not come here and come and be like, oh, I was single and I was taking myself on a date. I did not single anything. However, even when I was dating, I was not materialistic in my dating years. And I never dated anybody that had money. Because I was not dating for money. I did not. I was always, so Valentine was not interesting because the people I was dating did not have money to take me out per se on a boat cruise and all of that. So I just wanted, my love language has always been quality time. So it was just, let's be together, and we're just together. We can watch a movie or you play music and we'll just be gisting. That for me was Valentine, and till dates, largely, it will still be a very nice Valentine to just. But as a mature person now and engaging with matured single people, I advise, live your life. Like you might not be in a relationship. Live your own life. Like, how would you want a man to treat you and treat yourself that way? So when anybody is coming into your life, they understand that you have the maturity. Because I married as a young person. I married young, so no matter you're young, I'm 95. So, but I was pretty young. So, but if you're 27 or you're 25 and you're single, on Valentine's Day, take yourself out, buy yourself something, play music, watch movie at home, like make yourself happy.
Right, fantastic. You see, were you like me, very single?
No way. I always had a queue of guys waiting by the corner. In fact, they will be praying for the other person to mess up so that they can come in. So I never experienced being single.
Oh, really?
A bit since I started getting into relationships. There was always somebody, somebody always there.
Wow.
But even in my relationships, I found out that men will treat you how you treat yourself. You have to teach them how to treat you. And so even while I'm in a relationship, sometimes I take myself out. I go to the spa. I go for my massages. I'm in a relationship does not mean two of us will gum each other every 5 seconds. When you have your work, you have your work. I have my thing. I take time out to pamper myself. So when you come back and you hear me saying, I went to the spa today, I had my massages done, I had this one, they lit candles for me, I went to so and so eatery, I sat down, I ordered this. You'll be looking at me like, by yourself and you were comfortable, yes.
I cannot
so
do
that
less
you
than
know
this.
that you cannot give me less than I can give to myself. So this is an opportunity or a recipe for young single women to understand that being single is not a disease. Don't always hide in your bedroom, crying on your pillow. Enjoy it, because the truth is, when you lose this singleness, you will hardly find time to be by yourself. We that we are married, we struggle to take out time to be by ourselves. Sometimes I hide in my room and lock my door. I don't want to hear, "Mommy, can I not be somebody's mommy today? I just want to be busy." It's not something you get easily. So now that you have the time, take out time to be self-aware, understand who you are, understand what makes you happy. If you don't know what makes you happy,
money to take yourself out.
you don't need money to take yourself out. You don't need money to take yourself out. You can find a cheap. She mentioned amala here. How much do you need to eat amala? How much do you need to take what's that ice cream they sell in the malls? How much do you need to do that? You don't need to go on a boat cruise if you can't afford it.
You know, my story is
please.
so different from you guys. I mean, and that's why I love the show. I love the fact that we all come from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Mine is so bad that if I want to say Valentine's as a single person, every single guy I've ever dated, either I meet them after Valentine and we break up before Valentine. I don't think I've met anyone that we crossed Valentine together.
Wow.
And the only one I think that I ever had, that the only gift I can boast of, that Valentine gift that I got in my life, and maybe even to date, because my husband doesn't do it, maybe to date, was maybe when I was a teenager. And I remember the two guys that gave me. One was Lai, and another guy, Femi. They both came, one got cake and, the hampers. For me, Valentine was when I was a teenager years back. But to date, I don't think I've received a proper, this is Valentine for you, that I specially did it for you. I don't think I have experienced it. So it's definitely different, but it's interesting. YK, how has been your journey?
For me, I never celebrated Valentine, ever. I didn't have I had a lot of men that were chasing me. I was not I wasn't suffering.
Single. Yeah.
But nobody ever. Even Valentine never crossed. The first time I heard Valentine or it registered was when I had two friends, Boduri and Jumoke, who gave my father Valentine gifts so that he would give them money. And he gave them like 100 naira. 100 naira in those days were like giving somebody 50K now. 100 naira is a lot.
At the time.
So was my husband, so I think it was last year for me. So my husband, I think last week got a gift, Valentine. We had this nice plan, which was, I think I got a hair. I can't remember what it was. So that was like, it's probably my really, really very, very first real Valentine. But listen, it's not about the gift. I think what I was trying to drive was that the gifts are great. The times are nice. It would be nice to set out a day, maybe not necessarily February 14th, but set out a day where you treat your significant other very special. Make them feel special in whatever way they want you to feel.
So, Mariah, I don't feel like
I
they
was
were
going to say
taking me.
before Mariah cut me off.
Oh, sorry.
That since I met Theo, we try to celebrate.
Valentine.
We always do something on Valentine's Day. Maybe it's just old age that is worrying us.
It wasn't like that before.
It wasn't.
Yes.
I didn't Valentine's.
I wasn't really getting gifts. It wasn't like I celebrated Valentine with all the people I was dating. No. It was, Valentine celebration was not in my consciousness at the time. And I didn't have friends who had people to, maybe if I had, I would have been thinking, okay, nobody gave me gifts. So I'm not used to receiving gifts on Valentine's Day, but I'm used to receiving love and gifts regularly. So mine is like regular. I do staycations every month. I do get-togethers every month. I do things, they give me gifts. They've gifted me a very powerful gift machine that I'm holding right now, and I'm not making noise about it. So I'm not expecting any additional gift for 14. Gifts come when there's excess to buy the gift. So I don't have to wait till a particular time to get it.
All right, so before we go on a break, let me just throw in this about singleness. There's Kemi Aletiba announced yesterday. All of us here, at least
we love you.
We love you. That's a powerful single lady. And I'm praying that the marriage works. Like I really, there's some celebrities that I really pray for their marriage.
It will work.
And when people are single and they're thinking we are waiting until I marry for things to happen, that's a power. When you say, what did you do with your single years? She can show you. She can write books for
And
every
use
year
it
she was
well.
single. And it's just, we're approaching Valentine, and many people are single and thinking, oh, there's nobody. Hello. Look at people around you that are single and are making impact.
Yeah, you are somebody.
And you can make that same impact as a single person without any significant other yet. You know?
I think we can end with that. Fantastic. That was a good example. Okay, let's go to a break. When we come back, we have another interesting topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you're gonna say it?
ọkọ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ tó jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkí ọmọ tó mọ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us. Thanks for staying with us. So there was an issue that, an interesting story that caught our attention on social media about a young woman. I don't have the full details of the story, but the crux of it was the fact that she was engaged to a man who was 2 years younger than she was, for about 4 years. And they were supposed to move together in Canada or so. And after 4 years of engagement, his parents, her husband's or her fiance's husband, parents at the time, disengaged the wedding plans because they felt that she was older than him. They didn't like the union between him and an older woman. And this brings us to the conversation that, is it okay to meet and marry somebody? 2 years we can still understand, but there's people that are married 7 years. I know of a couple that the woman is 7 years older.
Woman?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
Yes, 7 years older. In fact, we just discussed it recently. I know the person very well, and I'm shocked. I didn't know. I mean, I'm shocked because I don't know. But now that I know,
relationship.
Now that I know, I'm like, oh wow, the wife is 7 years. So why do we have issues? Why do parents? And I like this conversation to help parents who are struggling with the fact that this their little young boy is about to get marry somebody 5 years, 6 years older than him. How is that? How do they say it? You know? So what are your thoughts on this? Is there a problem? Would there be a friction? Is there something a parent is seeing while sitting down that the child cannot see even if you stand on the tree by marrying an older person? Is there a wisdom in marrying somebody who is your age or younger? I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Please call us on the numbers on your screen. 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. Send us messages on Twitter, hashtag YourViewTVC, and also Facebook and YouTube. We'll be happy to hear your thoughts. Missy, you want to start?
I just think parents...
Put your child.
Yes,
I want you to help.
yes,
Imagine
I'm thinking as a parents now.
Marrying somebody that is...
That is... No, not Kosi. Kosi is a girl. So, of course, you want the girl to marry. As long as she's happy marrying the person. But it's the boy that we have the issues with. If the boy now picks somebody that is older than him, that's where I will now begin to ask questions. Because the truth is, we want to try as much as possible to protect our children to the best of our ability, even when they become adults. And we know that the brain of a girl child and a boy child develops differently. Girls, if you see a girl of 10 and a boy of 10, they reason differently. I don't know how God did that, but I know girls mature faster than their counterparts. And because of that, being a woman, you know the kind of things you can pull at a certain age. If you're now older than this man, when you're younger self, you can be mischievous and be manipulating. He's naturally gifted to women. That's how we are made and wired. Our brain is interconnected to everything. So except you don't want to deploy it, but it's there if you want to. You know the kind of moves you can make. Not to talk of when you are like 7 years older than your husband. You don't get first pass and well alone. I know they're on the same level. You know, even Adam that was created first, Eve was able to get him to eat the apple. He was created, so I want to believe he's older than Eve, but you see how that worked out. Imagine if Eve was created first. So you want to protect your child, and that's why I think parents feel, no, don't go for somebody who you may not be able to control later. No matter how she respects you, that age will come up someday, and she reminds you.
Why is control such an issue?
We are Africans now.
Why is control such an issue?
We're just thinking. You know how
I want us to discuss it as a conversation. So for a mother She's like, you can't control her. She's older than you. So my question is, why is control an issue?
A
man should be the head. Help us.
You see, because for me, I feel that there must be a captain for the ship. There must be a captain for the ship. And biologically, culturally, we respect age because we feel with age comes wisdom. Now, so of course, some people will say, some people have gray hair and they have no wisdom. And some people can be young and they're really, really wise. So those are exceptions. But with age comes wisdom.
Should come wisdom.
Should come wisdom. So the idea that you might not be able to have the requisite wisdom to man the house is why people will be worried to have a woman much older
than the man.
Because you've experienced life, you've seen things. There are things that I've seen in my life in my short 30-something years that if you, at the 20-something-year-old me, the wisdom I have now is different from what I knew then. So imagine if a woman is now married to a man that the woman has seen more of life than the man. When the man says, we want to buy a new car, you say, I know more than you. We are buying a house. And that is rude. Already. Because as a man, you need to be able to steer the affairs of the house. So it always, I married a man 10 years older than me, and I had to bow to his wisdom because he had more wisdom than me. And I'm grateful for that wisdom. But if it was reverse, would he be grateful for my wisdom? Or would he be intimidated by my wisdom? Morayo, that's the real thing. Okay. Would he be grateful for my wisdom, or will society make him feel intimidated for my wisdom? And that is it. So because of that fact that the man might not feel man enough because he's having to take advice from an older woman. Let me put it this way.
You're a young man, as the average Nigerian man, hustling, struggling. You can't even, you keep a job, we have the basic 100,000 naira a month, and you're just trying to pull things together. And here you meet a woman, 5 years, 6 years older than you. She owns a business, she's the MD of the bank. You know, she's calling the shots. She has a house in Lekki, she's doing well. And she loves you. She's a boss, boss of all bosses. And she loves you intensely. And you as a man love her too. So you earn a paltry 100,000 naira, but you feel like, okay, this is an opportunity. Yes, aside from the money part, I love her. I love her. And you get into that marriage. Now, your mother is saying, you cannot. So how do you control a woman like this? And you are thinking, yeah, aside from control, this woman can control me anyway. So if you're a mother in that situation, would you encourage that kind of marriage? When you know your child is not financially capable
of matching up.
Yes, of matching this kind of person. Mikey.
You know, it's a very difficult conversation to have for me because I agree with Obiaju when he says women mature faster than men. But Shebi Macron, president of France, his wife is 20 years older than him or something. She's much, much older than him. And I don't think he's saying yes ma, as president of France inside the other room. But so I think people should really be left to find their relationships. I know, look, I have a grandson now, and I don't know how I would react if he brought a 20-year-old, much older woman. But the bottom line is, it is his life. So,
if he's going to make him happy.
As a mother, your job till you die is to guide.
To
protect that child.
But you cannot guide him against his will now. Because you will now
because Macron is president. If I have an 18-year-old president, if I have an 18-year-old president and I am 50 years, and he's a president, he has more power than you.
Their cultures are different.
Exactly.
Look, we have a different culture here.
I know. See, I've been out with a guy that was a couple of years younger than me, and I hated the relationship. It was so childish.
Yeah.
It was so childish. I couldn't even stay.
Yeah.
You know, because I just found his thinking. So, but what if you meet a man who is younger than you and is very mature
and has wisdom?
So I've also been in that space. I've actually never been able to date someone that was like my age mate because I always just connected more with older people. They were speaking my language. The thought process was far different. So I was 21, I had a makeup studio and I had a staff. So you cannot come and meet me at that time. Our conversation, my husband was registering business name for me. So, and we're dating. So that was the kind of conversation I was having. Not you and I will go to beach. It was business. So I could, and that's the level of maturity that births respect. And it is difficult to respect someone that you can see is immature. So sometimes the family is seeing all those scenarios and they are wondering, this is going to be a setup. You see, my son might not be wise, but if he marries someone more foolish, at least it would look like he's a wise person.
So
it's a case of let me protect my son.
His ego
for the future. However, in the Oyibo culture, they look at it that I marry a wise woman, my journey is faster. Macron probably will not become the president if he was married to someone who was babyish or childish or something. Who knows? So culturally, we should become more open. And men should, with this idea of thinking men don't mature fast enough, I think we're pampering them. I think we should expose men to taking responsibility early.
Nobody's not exposing them. It's just that they still need time to play more than the women. So let me give you a typical example. A girl child is born, and the gifts the girl child gets is those toy gifts for cooking, for nursing, for baby dolls. And the gifts you give to a boy is what? It's not ball. He's gone.
He's gone. And gone.
He's and exactly, and car. And you expect them to mature at the same level. So the girl child is prepared to handle a home from very little, to take some certain type of responsibility because of the gender. The boy child is allowed to play. So they have a longer time to play, and they will mature slower in terms of, not in terms of academics or intelligence or all of that, but in terms of social skills relating to relationships. Girls open their eyes faster than ladies. But I wanted to, please, okay, I wanted to just quickly say that, you know this culture of the whites, in their place, you don't really see, I'm the man, I'm the head, my head is swelling. You don't see that. It's more of equality, partnership. So you come in 50-50, you contribute 50. So if you marry somebody who is older or younger, it makes no difference, so to speak. As long as we are coming together, we are agreeing and putting things together. But in our African setting, whether the man is the mumu, he is supposed to be the head. So that's what happens at the end of the day. So how do you not protect him to be the head properly and not be the laughing stock? That's what the parents are trying to just help.
Let me ask you.
Okay, ask me.
If your son or your brother or somebody is very mature, maybe he has his business, he has everything, and then he meets a woman who is 10 years older than him. She's even she has no business, she's not successful, she loves your son or your brother and he loves her. He's the mature person in the relationship. Would you still say they're not compatible?
I don't have a
Because it's not all older women who are mature. You get some older women who are very immature.
Yes. Yeah. It's just like Waike said, it's a really tough situation to be. I mean, I have a younger brother who is single. He's a lawyer. He looks good. I mean, he was dating somebody, and I mean, we thought he was going to become married, but unfortunately, they broke up. So right now, I told him, take out time, don't date anybody, just relax, clear your head, work for a while, focus on your work. But if he tells me now that he fell in love with somebody 5 years, 6 years older than him, I would like to look at the person to understand where the person's thinking is, who the person is, what the person does, and if the person will be able to respect it. Because at the end of the day, marriage really is made up of respect, mutual respect. So if I respect you, it's not this lovey-dovey thing is there, but it's not really the primary thing. What you really need is I respect you and you respect me. So if I see that the woman regards him, no problem. Willing to listen to him, where he can then steer the ship of that marriage, no problem. But I guess where mothers fear is where they know their son is already somewhat a weakling or someone that can be easily manipulated. You're not going to marry somebody who has maturity. You'll be a boy now.
Let me even ask you this question. So must it be the man who must steer the ship in the marriage, or the person who is wiser, male or female?
Fantastic question. So biblically, we are told that the man steers the ship. So, but in today's reality, a lot of women are steering the ship of their marriage. They are financially steering the ship, but it doesn't mean that, because I've said it before, had told me, and I watched her video saying that, she didn't tell me personally, I watched her video, where she said that It's not the man's ability to pay the bills that makes him the man.
Okay?
He's a man because he's God ordained. That's his role. So because that's his role, and he should be given that respect for that role. But
whether he's able to steer the ship or not.
Yes.
Whether he's useless or not.
Yes.
Should we start redefining this?
So, marriage there are many compartments to what makes a family. But the leadership does not mean you are the wisest. The leadership means that you know the ability. I know where YK's strength is. I know where BC's strength is. And I'm, as the head of this house, I will deploy YK's strength where YK's strength is most useful. And I will deploy BC's strength where it is most useful. It does not reduce my leadership as a man. So we need to raise men to understand what leadership really is. It's not that you are the best when it comes to making money decisions or wisest in making the eating decisions in the house. Every man knows that if you want to live long, you need to eat well. You know, so you would deploy the person who is best suited to supply the meals in your house. Same way, if that's the way it's meant to be, and it doesn't reduce it for being a man. I have fought the way and won my way into making financial decisions for the house. Why? Because he has realized that, okay, this person is more disciplined financially. And it does not make him any less to allow me make those decisions for us financially. So it took a while for us to get to that point. And I still obey him.
That you are the one steering the financial ship of the home.
Yes.
Because why I'm asking this question is sometimes these roles that have been given to us may not really be serving us. So in a relationship, it's a partnership. Your strength is this and my strength is that. Why don't we focus on harnessing our strengths? Not because I'm the man, I must make the decision.
This is what you're saying right now.
I must have the final say. What if you see that your wife can actually make these decisions and you let her? Does that diminish you?
No, it shouldn't. Yeah, you're right.
So, but what we see, let me land. What we see is that the ego of the man. So your husband now understands, and because he's open-minded. There are men that will say, no, because you are the one that said we are going to buy these shares, we are not buying it. I am the man of this house. Bring the money, this is where I want to put it. And they will put that money there and they will lose it. Because they are the man. The society makes them, I'm the man of the house. That ego sets in and they must make all the decisions and take us to hellfire.
Okay, let me take I'll take care of Hassan. How come to you, Raki? Hassan, are you there? He's been holding for a while.
Yes, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
I would like to make my own contribution about this maturity. But before then, please let me make some contribution with regard to your interview with the man from NATO and this issue of subsidy removal or no subsidy removal. That man from NATO, please, I really appreciate your foresight, people of your view. And I appreciate you so much. But there's a need for you to go further. Whenever you are engaging such kind of people, please, there's a need for you to research very well. You see, that man, you did not bring the issue of bridging, of this petroleum equalization fund with him. Federal government pays money for transporting petroleum products anywhere outside Lagos to Ibadan. That is why it's called bridging. So for him to come here and be telling us that they are not making money, that's why it's far from reality. Secondly, about this fuel subsidy, I can see that you people were carried away by Sylvia's views and other government functionaries' views that the subsidy is favoring the few. It's not favoring the few. We are enjoying subsidy. Immediately they remove that subsidy, we get to know that it's benefiting all of us. Number three, this issue of maturity.
Okay, well, that's
And I wanted to ask him if he's coming on our cruise.
Okay. I've lost my train of thoughts on what we were talking about earlier, but so there was something I wanted to say.
Yeah, I was going to talk about maturity and whether the man is older or the woman is younger. My husband was ex-husband, late ex-husband, may he so rest in peace, was older than me. But I was the one with the
brain.
He will come if we just make small money. I want to buy radio sets. He went to go and buy me this expensive watch that even broke down after, and then you couldn't even put battery. You know, so he would do things, and I would be like,
it wasn't about age. Maturity wasn't about age for him.
It wasn't. It wasn't. So I think age is a number. Let's be very honest. When it comes to maturity, whoever is the sensible one
should steer the ship.
Going back to this, because I mean, recently, I think many of you know that we got a house, so we're trying to put furniture together. My husband made a decision about something, furniture, and I let him because he wanted to. He was like, hey, I'll do it. No problem. Let the lead steer the ship of this decision. And he steered the ship. Both of us yesterday saw the thing, and it was horrible. It was a horrible decision. And I saw it, he saw it, and I said, I'd like to take it over. I said, no, I'll fix it. Okay, you steered this ship this way. You carpenter you brought messed up. This is horrible. I'll go and bring my own carpenter from somewhere. He said, no, I'll fix it. So he's insisted. So you already know you already made a bad decision. Although he has accepted it was a bad decision, but he doesn't want me to take over the steering of that decision. He wants to fix it. So without in that situation,
it's the ego.
That's the ego playing.
And we need to manage
the ego playing.
So when you know that your man is saying, listen, he's insisting on doing something he knows that he's totally, completely incapable to do. Where does the woman therefore do?
But you know, the maturity is for the woman to say, I let you we'll fail forward.
So if the whole thing now really fails, we just accept like that.
If you waste because you waste money, but you know, sometimes it's like, when I think about some of the things my parents insisted that I should do, that I did not do, that I made the mistake, that I now understand I made a mistake, I realize that it would have saved me a lot of heartache if I just obeyed my parents. But I look at it and I had to make the mistakes myself. I had to fail those failures myself.
Life is an experience.
Life has to be. I had to experience it because now, when I think about it, I will not make those same mistakes again because I have paid the price. So sometimes the maturity is letting you know that, okay, you will pay the price, you will pay it, and then you go through and grow through it.
There are some
and I
mistakes
told you so
that
it's not the answer.
Yes, honestly, don't do that. But there are some mistakes that, see, when you're managing money, if you can avoid some mistakes, just avoid it. Money that we used to pay for one item, we now pay for 2 or 3 because one person is just being stubborn. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when we started, when I moved and we started rearranging our house, I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I'm so self-aware. I will not put hand inside what I cannot do. Yeah. The housing, the arrangement, the dining, I don't care. It's none of my business. He would just tell me, okay, discuss. Because Miriam designed my house. Discuss with Miriam. Hey, how do you? I said, I don't know how I want it. I just want a simple but classy house. Anyhow, you people come out with it, just give it to me. And let's go and check for the chairs. Miriam would drag me. Miriam was tired of me. Can we go and check the stores? Let's go and buy. I say, I'm not following you. You told me how much you need. I've given you the money. Please give me a beautiful house. I trust you. That's why I came to you. I've seen your house. I like it. And I want to trust you. And that was what happened. So it was between Miriam and my husband. They were going back and forth, Cold War, hot war, everything, and they gave me a beautiful house. Today, I will pose and take my picture. It's not me. But if you see the kitchen, nobody will tell me how to cook my meals. That is my strength.
Let me take this call. Benedicta, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning. I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm talking about this issue of marrying someone older or not now. The thing is, even apart from parents now, even on men, most men don't, there's this thing, we women are wired to care. We are wired to, to always want to be in front, not because we want to dominate, but because that's how God has wired us. Now, so when a woman, whether she marries you that you're 50 years older, 70 years older than her, she wants to tell you, this is how you do this. That's how you do this. Now imagine when she marries someone younger. It's natural. We have that mother instinct in us. Okay, as they can, if I do this like that, do that like that. But when you now marry someone older, okay, can we do this like this? Oh, is it because you're older than me? Is it because you are older than me? But that is that even if she's married to a 50-year-old man, that's how she will talk to him. Yeah. So now marrying someone that is younger, if men do not understand themselves that whether you marry someone younger or older, they will have to, put you through some things. If you cannot accept that, then forget about marrying someone older than you.
Interesting. That's okay.
What I was going to say is, where the main problem I see with marrying a much older woman is the childbearing years. If the man wants a child and the woman has passed the childbearing years, the parents will come in.
Yes,
The parents will come in.
But in
like,
this case, we talked about this girl was just 32. The guy is 30. So there's maybe something else they are seeing. Yeah, we don't know the details. I said we don't know the full details.
Some men can be adamant when it comes to, in fact, me that I got married, just 2 years they were complaining. No, it's just women get old faster. No,
so they
just
wanted her to marry someone that was
way
older.
younger than him. You can't just marry for 2 years. Oh, the guy said, well, thank God I'm still older. She'll be fine. She has small genes. She will not age. And today,
you cannot think people ask.
If you see two of us, will you believe it's 2 years? You won't believe it's 2 years. I'm not aging. I'm not aging.
Hi, Okoyemi, are you there?
I used to age.
Okoyemi, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Auntie, good morning.
Good morning.
See, I'm the first time caller, and I'm trying to come more than 10 times this morning already. So I'm glad to be here.
Welcome.
So on this matter, I actually married somebody I'm 3 years older than. Yeah. Okay, so why about a year and 1 month? So, and you know, I love him. He loves me too. So that sometimes we don't even talk about, you know, over time we don't even remember that, wow, I'm older. You understand? And I told my parents I married him. My dad was like, it's not a problem. I should just, it's not his business, as long as he gets my grade. He didn't say his thing. But I don't know, somehow they eventually found out. And then, because we have not been able to have a child, like, we're still on treatment, the mother had to tell him once, like, so you know she's older than me. It was a big problem, like a very, very big problem. So that he was so mad at his mom. Like, it took us time. It's even, yesterday was my birthday, and I've not even spoken to her in, like, November because, like, I had to speak with her today because she started giving me attitude and all of these things. But for my husband, you don't even know that there's an issue. The love is there. I respect him as I have to. You understand? So I don't know. Maybe because I'm so young. Maybe the marriage is so young or something.
Yeah.
But I don't see any problem in.
All right. Thank you so much, Okoyemi.
Are you coming on our cruise?
Oh, why can't
that's his job today.
So I think also for men in this situation where you're married somebody, you've decided to marry somebody 4 or 5 years, you must be able to put a stand.
You must be mature enough to take leadership
yes,
position.
even if you are not her age, but you must be able to be strong and man enough to your parents or your family that I have taken this decision and I'm standing by it. You find that a lot of these, because I know of a couple, the man was younger than the woman, but the pressure from the mother's house was unbelievable. So you could see that the mother never wanted that marriage. He initially went ahead with the marriage, but eventually the woman made the wife's life almost unbearable. So eventually she broke up the marriage with her influence, and the man has left. But the point is, he wasn't man enough to stand up against his mother.
My auntie, they watch the show, they're watching. She's 1 year older than her husband. Complete 1 year, full. And my uncle, Uncle Michael, is the Oga. There is no go coming. He is the Oga of that relationship. Even if my auntie goes and buys the house, he's the Oga of that house. So there are men that are strong enough.
Yeah.
My uncle will say, because you are, I'm your husband, sit down.
And then sometimes some women, and that was what the caller was saying, that some women are naturally rude. So even if they marry someone that was older, they will still be rude. So when they now marry someone that is younger, people will say that, it's because you are older, that's why you're being rude. You know, because we grew up in a society where we used to call our husband, Yoruba to be like, you respect, you don't, you just,
daddy
you can't do daddy wa, daddy wa, daddy shehu, and then you're like, but now it's evolving. We call ourselves names, but even at that, we must strive to respect each other. And there are things you might probably say to your husband in the house that is okay, but you dare not say outside just because of the society we live in. And we must have that maturity to be able to know, okay, I'm protecting his interests outside as well as inside. I understand why parents are worried, actually.
Let's take a few tweets and run off, because we have to run out of time. I have a call. Good morning, are you there? Good morning, Ronald. Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, the line is a bit muffled. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello?
Go ahead, sir. Are you there? Okay, let's take a few messages.
Fluky Blessed says, I didn't proceed with 2 guys because I found out that I was a year older. Knowing myself, I was certain that it wasn't a good recipe. However, my best friend married someone younger and it works for them. Hayodeji says, Moloto says, BC, you always burst my brain. Olusoya Joseph, biblically, it is the woman that builds the home. Direke, when you give and give, you will find someone being reciprocated. You find love being reciprocated. The patient milks the cow, no matter how ferocious.
Yeah. Talk with messages?
Yes. Somebody was like, age is just a number. How you deal with each other is key.
Exactly.
That's from People's Club. And so somebody said, August said, it's okay if the lady is older than the man in the marriage. It becomes an issue when the woman is old enough to be the husband's mom, like the case of Emmanuel Macron of France. That kind of age gap is bad, according to this person. Lots of messages. Andrew, there's nothing wrong with what Mariah said. She was defending you, and they are defending each other on our timeline. Well done. Hafsat says, and if part of the way to, if a woman takes over a man's role so the family can progress, so be it. If a woman takes over the man's role for the progress of the family, then so be it.
Okay.
Lamina says, marrying a younger man is not the problem, but the maturity is the most important because I am 7 years younger than my husband, yet he sometimes gets intimidated by reasoning. I don't know.
You see any messages there?
No.
You have to wrap up. Let me say final words. Let me start with you, YK. What are your final thoughts on this? So, before we talk about our boat cruise again.
I will just say follow your heart. It's true. Follow your heart. I went out with a guy that was younger than me. I knew that my heart was not there. I ran. I could have met someone who was younger and very mature, and I would have stayed. So it depends. It's the individual.
Right, catch it.
It's the individual.
You're a mother also.
Yeah.
Somebody who is about to marry.
I'm not going to put my mouth. I was I'm a wonderful daughter, but I was not a very.
Even if you say so yourself.
I wasn't very obedient regarding my choice of love. I didn't let my parents determine who I was going to marry because I knew I was the one that was going to marry. And I think that I'm happy. I'm very happy with my decision. I'm happy that I didn't let anybody pressure me or influence me into choosing someone else. So I'll say that if you as a man and a woman decide you are right for each other, regardless of what any family member would say, you would win them over. You know. So focus on your own, on each other, and have that conversation. If you're good, go ahead. When they see you happy, they will love your spouse.
Yeah, Iderake is saying both the UK royal princes got married to older ladies, William and his brother. So, and their marriages seem to be working.
As of today. Yes, BC, final thoughts on this.
I would just say, if you want something and you're really certain that you want it, go ahead and have it. No matter what comes, you are going to stand the consequences. It's yours.
Yeah, so for me, life is short. Like Mike has said, life is really short. Really. If marrying somebody 10 years older than you makes you happy, do you. And whatever the consequence of that action is, take it and stand by it. If it happens that it works, fine. If it happens that they take advantage and make you a toy boy, it happens. Such is life. You learn from this phase and move into a new phase. So life is short. Do that which makes you happy. Your parents, as someone said, will come back. Once they realize that you guys are happy and you're flourishing and you're not letting negative energy come in, they will come back.
My auntie and uncle have been married like 50-something years.
Wow, wow.
You know,
okay,
so,
before we go,
before we go, Alaji shook tables. Oh, there were many tubes on him.
Alaji,
that
I had a side chick.
He said he should bring his wife and 2 side chicks to the boat cruise.
No, Alaji has left his side chick a long time ago.
He's now his wife. He's
But he had about 2.
He said he had about 2 side chicks. Said that every single man.
Hey.
Alaji, speak for yourself.
So there are men here denying that me, I don't have side chicks.
Yes, now. Alaji, there are some men that we know that don't have side chicks, and they will never have side chicks. So speak for yourself and your community.
Come on the cruise. Let him come on the cruise and come and convince us.
Okay, so our cruise again is, I think we have 2 special guest artists to perform on that day. Whoop, 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 whoop. We got Praise is going to be there. Yugovina will be there. And they are both soul singers, plucked out especially for that day.
Yes.
So come one, come all this Valentine with the ladies of Your View. We'll be happy to have you on board. It's going to be an evening with the ladies of Your View. Get your tickets. It's just 100,000 per couple. You can call us on 081-3859-0726. The numbers will be put on the screen again so that you can actually... okay, it's on the screen, so you can actually book your tickets. There will be lots of gifts to be won. We've got a one-night reservation plus couple dinner in a 5-star hotel. Lots of gifts of bags and so many things to give us. So please come join us on Saturday at the boat cruise. Call that number now so you can get the details of the timing and all the other tickets. Okay, that's all we can take on the show. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.